Alright guys, so today's video have a nice little vlog for you. I was gonna just do a trade recap here, but I said let me make it a little bit more exciting, add some clips in there from the week. So gonna make it a vlog, gonna include a nice little excursion I went out on for an idea. You guys will see the behind the scenes, you've probably seen the video. Also gonna include a cool gym workout as well. You guys are following along with that. But most value, of course, is a Tradesharpe video. We need to have value. I want to include this trade recap as well. It was a common question you guys asked me on stream. I did take this trade on stream, but you guys were asking. So this is gonna also give a lot of value. It's good to review your own trades, and it will show you how I review my trades, and as well, you can at the same time learn and enjoy the vlog. You guys been saying you want more vlogs. Let me know if you like this style of video. So let me get onto the charts and just show you the position first. So let's go. I want to discuss this pullback entry, which is the trade recap, and the reason I made this video. I want to discuss why it was okay, what was the key things, how my analysis came with this. So it's going to be quite informative here. Let's get onto the charts and discuss this pullback entry. Netted me a nice 1-to-1 1%, as you guys saw, and that was it. Pretty simple. Took it at the lows, close to the highs. Let's get into it. So before we go into the trade recap, I'll actually play the trade here live for you guys. This was taken on our live stream. I live stream Monday to Friday if you don't know. Look, I'm not looking for an entry here. I'm actually saying on live stream, no top wick. I would love to see it grab liquidity from the lows before taking a buy here. So once I see it grab liquidity from the lows, I'm like, okay, this is interesting here. And once we can re-break its own high, that's where I executed on my entry here. So let's get into the trade recap and run it. So we'll keep this nice and short. You guys were asking, how do you know this was the right place to buy? What was your analysis behind this? So this always starts off on higher time frame. If we have a look at what higher time frame did at the time, previous daily candle was sitting at a very strong support zone here. We can see this strong support zone being formed now. Whenever I take a trade, everything comes from the higher time frame. I don't base my trades off lower time frame, 15 minute in this case for me is just for entry, right? But my whole analysis is built off the higher time frame. Daily support holding, very, very strong area of support. It's going to be important looking for sells to be very cautious, because this is where we've been rejecting all morning. So how do we know, not all morning, but for weeks, how do we know that this is going to be the case and we're not going to push through? Well, this is where we investigate from daily to 4 hour. 4 hour picture is showing us what? A support creation from that zone, right? So we have a 4 hour candle closing bullish here. Okay, and with that 4 hour candle, that's telling me we are rejecting this low. Kind of like this, we reject, we moved up, we reject, we kind of moved up, but we reached a resistance. In this case, where I took the trade, we did not reach a resistance. We were close, but we didn't reach the resistance. So that means no target was tapped. Similar to here, until we reach this resistance in this instance, or this resistance here, we should have room to move to the next thing. Now, this is what I call as my trading zones, right? Because this is a clear zone. What I mean by it's a clear zone is there's no obstructions there on a 4 hour time frame, right? But we're not entering on the 4 hour right now. We are trying to find lower time frames so we can have good stop loss placement, etc. When we investigate at the time on lower time frame, pulling up to the session, this is how it looked. It looks something like this. So for me, this is not a good thing, because this over Asian or early just before London, not my trading time, price has already pushed here, making its way to fill my trading zone. This is my trading zone. So from the higher time frame analysis today, I'm looking for buys, right? We're at support. We created a support. We have room. I'm looking more for buys today. Buys make more sense for me, and that's the side of the market I want to be on to go and reach that next resistance here. But the issue we find, and that's where my support and resistance was marked and everything. The issue we find is that when we pulled up to the market here, we've already pushed. We pushed into the zone as my target being this X here. Why is this my target? Because this is known as a clean candle zone, my trading zones. I want to trade in areas where candles are clean, because if it was able to move clean in the past with volume, it should be able to move clean in the future, and it's not going to give us headache, right? We're not going to find resistance. It's going to be the most probable zone of trying to take a trade. But when we've already pushed in that zone, price has done a volume push. You don't really want to be buying highs. Think about traders right now. If you were an investor, overall, and this was an asset, do you want to be buying the highest price of the session? Probably not, because right now where we are is the highest price of the session. It's not the highest price of the previous days, but it is the highest price of the session. Probably not the best place to buy without liquidity being grabbed or without structure forming to be a breakout trader, because you're not really breaking out of anything. You're just trying to FOMO in at the highs, where a lot of people lose. So we see that price trying to entice buys here, creating supports, really looking juicy to continue up. Finally wicks the highs here. Anyone with high spread absolutely got wrecked if they buy stop that. Wicks the highs here, never breaks the high, And then we get this pullback. Now, this is exactly my entry trigger. This is what I want. I want a pullback to give me entry options, because this pullback will create the same zone that I was showing you in the past, right? This pullback will create, what is this? This is creating a clean zone, a clean zone. I know that price can at least get back into this zone here if we were to create support following my high time frame picture. So what do I need as a confirmation? I need price either to leave, because this is where people miss a key. Is price now close back inside of the range? So we probably need price leaving the range in order to continue the trend bullish, and this will just create a higher low respecting this. So what do we need to see for an entry confirmation? A bullish candle close. Why a bullish candle close? Because that creates a support, right? So if you skip along here, you can see, boom, bullish candle creates a support here. Perfect, right? That's exactly what we want. Is we want a bullish candle to create support and allow us to then take price where? To the next resistance, which is going to be our target somewhere around this rejection wick zone here. Now, the problem is I can't just take a trade like this. Why can't I just take a trade like this? Because like I said, this is where it's very important. We are still inside of the range. We could easily do this. Not today, boom, and you lose the trade, right? Which happens a lot. So what's going to give me confidence and what's going to tell me that price has the juice to continue is a liquidity grab, right? And this is known as, you probably guys seen on my Instagram or somewhere, the rubber band strategy, right? So this is where we need to now head down, grab liquidity to give me proof. Otherwise, I don't take the trade till we get back above the range. But today, I didn't need to take the trade as we get back above the range because I got the liquidity grab, right? Boom, that's that liquidity grab right there, breaking the lows, and that will allow me to put my stop loss below that lows and enter once price breaks the high here, right? Enter once price breaks the high and allow me to take price to the next zone here. So this is very, very important. If I did not have this liquidity grab, there's no entry until we get back above the range. So it's very important to understand that. Now, take profit level is obviously going to be back into this top zone here. Now, I chose these wicks here because this is wick rejection. If you investigate on lower time frame, we have a lot of 5-minute rejection here. My break-even spot where I move stops to my entry and I lose nothing was this key level 500. Also where we had our previous 5-minute support, using those zones as management, and overall a simple trade to continue the trend. Price did continue up a little bit more, but that was not my target because this is all a question mark. Can price break the resistance? Yes, with trend to get back up to this target, it can, but I'm happy taking my 1-to-1 as that is like my standard and something I look to do in a session and keep that consistency there. Eventually, price just ended up ranging and failing throughout the day and not much more volume came in. So that was literally the volume push. You can imagine the amount of traders trying to trade this breakout here, being late into the position, and this is the same FOMO traders who are trying to buy the highs here. They try again after the pullback, and it's too late because there's not enough volume to continue. Now, there are days you can get away with that, but the way you know that is know where we are in the range. In the range, we're close to that 4-hour resistance as well. It's not going to be the best place to do that. So that's a little recap. I hope that makes sense for the guys who are asking, and if you're new and watching this, I hope you do learn something from how that pullback trade works. The interesting thing about that pullback trade is it actually is what I talk about in this video here. My discount forex entry strategy, I actually posted it only 2 weeks ago, so definitely check out that video because that's exactly this entry, right? That's exactly this entry, and this will actually give you a rule by rule basis. So if you're interested with that, definitely check that out. And yeah, so with that being said, let's get into the rest of the video here. Some entertainment, some nice little stuff here, and take it from there. And yeah, so I'm just outside now checking up the car. I had a cool marketing idea. So if you don't know, this is a modified car. I have this engine fully modified. That's a turbo. If you don't know what a turbo is, makes power. So I have this Nissan, and the idea I had was to take this to the desert. Just got it back for the garage, so just checking everything, but the idea was to take it to the desert and to put a sticker on the side, drift it for Pip Labs launch. So if you don't know what Pip Labs is, it's our backtesting simulator software where you can basically practice trading your strategy and collect statistics on that and see that in a dashboard. We also have a prop firm simulator where you can practice passing a prop firm challenge before you actually take a real one to make sure you are best prepared and have the best outcomes. Take advantage of the free version, use that, test it out, and hopefully it helps you guys. So yeah, that's the plan here, and I'm gonna get in the car, I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna bring you guys along a little bit behind the scenes, and yeah, let's get going. All right guys, we're on our way to the desert. Actually, we're gonna go, and I have a good marketing idea. I want to create some awareness about our launch of Pip Labs V4, so I thought I would take my car. Yeah, I got this car at the garage yesterday. This is my 700 horsepower Nissan Patrol. So what I've done to this car is it's actually modified here. It has a turbo kit, so these cars don't come with turbo. I put turbo, done the engine, produces 700 horsepower, Lamborghini killer, can beat a Lamborghini, as in a 4x4, pretty sick project car. So the idea is to take it in the desert, drift with it, with the Pip Labs logo on the back of it, and just make a video like that. So we're on our way to do that now, and yeah, let's see what we can do. So we just stuck the logo on the screen. It's a little bit windy here, but we just stuck the logo on the side of the glass here. Happy how it came out. Look how this shit looks. It looks freaking sick. It's actually not allowed in this country to run around with a logo like this, especially with the car being 700 horsepower. It's not really something we're allowed to do, but I'll just keep it for the video at least, so I'll have it for that. I can't really drive on the street. I really want to drive on the street with this, but you have to get permission, and then you're not allowed to modify a car like this. But we'll keep that between us, and yeah, I'm really happy how it came out. Alright guys, as you can probably see from the side here, we are scouting for a location to do this ad that we're planning to do, which is going to be putting the logo on the side of the car. And not really an ad, but just kind of to create awareness for Pip Labs. We're quite excited. A lot of work has gone into our version 4, and I thought what a great idea to take my 700 horsepower Nissan and make some noise with it and slap a Pip Labs logo on the side. So we're gonna find a small location. I'm not letting down tires. Normally when you drive in the desert, you reduce your tire pressure so that you don't basically end up getting stuck. But what instead I'm doing is I am just trying to find a quick location to give a small drift. I won't let down my tires. I'm just gonna keep them full pressure and just make a drift so we can get the video. So I'm gonna look for a location, and we're gonna film that clip there. Alright guys, gonna be on my way now to the gym. Today we're gonna work out a posterior workout, so basically back and hamstrings together. It's called posterior workout. I'm gonna guys take you through it. Haven't shown it on the channel, so it's something you might enjoy if you've been following along with the workouts. Just need to just need to hop to the petrol station, get some petrol here first, and we'll see how much it costs. You guys are always interested with that. How much does petrol cost there? So we'll show you how much it costs in Dubai. But yeah, let's get it guys, and take you along. We'll see how much a tank costs. This guy's casually filling his boat up here. All right, full tank here, 158 dirhams. So about what's that, like, you know, $45. Okay, yes sir. Pulled up to the gym. I'm gonna go inside now, and yeah, let's get this workout started. And yeah, let's go kill it. Posterior on the menu, water ready, and yes sir. Alright guys, we just finished up hamstring, seated hamstring curls. We're gonna do RDLs now. Favorite exercise, hamstring killer, RDLs. Gonna work up pretty heavy here. Gonna film my top set and show you guys.
should be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all